This week on CWN, several of our swimmers have advanced to state.
And the soccer teams won their past 2 games. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Aaron, and today is Saturday, February 4th, 2023. You are watching Calallen Wildcat News Weekly Review. Basketball is getting closer and closer to the end of the district.
Yes, they are, and the girls and the boys are both sitting at 3rd place.
Yes, ma'am. The girls got their playoff contention, so they beat Alice this last week, and they're clinched in the playoffs, but the boys are still fighting for their playoff spot.
Yes, a lot of excitement, and kicking off today's show, robotics. The robotics team had a meet last week. One of the teams advanced to their final round, but sadly came up short. The team's season, for now, has come to an end, but they will start back up again in May.
Some of our students participated in the All-Star Show over the livestock show break. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, I'm Hunter and I'm here with Miss Lopez. So Miss Lopez, I heard you and the kids were at the livestock show. Can you tell me how it went and how'd y'all do?
Yes, they participated in the San Patricio livestock show, and it was for these special students. They were able to go down onto the arena. They were able to show an animal, and they received a trophy. Show them the trophy.
Can we see the trophy?
Show your trophy. Here.
Wow, that's a really nice trophy. That's it from us. Thank you so much. Back to the studio.
One of our students, Addison Hilliard, competes in a horse league. We caught up with her for more on what she does. Let's see what she has to say.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. My name is Hope, and I'm here with Addison. So, Addison, I heard your horse season just ended. How did that go for you?
It went really good. I competed in the 2'6" this year, meaning that's the height of the jumps that I jumped with my horse, Carson. And we ended up getting champion in our division. And at the end of the year, we had a banquet, and we got a ribbon and a really nice blanket, and we got to hang out with friends, and it was really awesome.
That's good, thank you. And what horse do you have?
I have a Dutch warm blood. He is a bay, so meaning he's a brown horse, and he is a bigger horse with a pretty broad body, and he is now 22 years old, but he was imported from the Netherlands when he was 2.
Thank you. Now that's all, and back to you.
Ms. Reyes' class is currently working on floral vase arrangement. Here's more on what they are doing with this project.
Hey, it's Autumn here with Calallen TV, and I'm here with Javier. So what are y'all doing in floral design?
We are making our monthly sponsorship floral arrangements for teachers in our school and staff. We do this every month, about once a month. It's very fun. We have a lot of the whole classroom getting involved, very involved.
Okay, so I'm here with Rylan. So Rylan, do you like the project in floral design?
Yes, I think it's good that we get to bond with each other in class and make flower arrangements for our teachers around the school.
Okay, so you have flowers here. What are they?
We have the mum buttons, the alstroemerias, the carnations, the solidagos, the spider chrysanthemums, the daisy, and the rose.
That's awesome. Thank you, and back to the studio.
So I know that Ms. Reyes with her FCCLA club is doing carnation sales right now for Valentine's Day. Are you going to buy any for someone?
I don't know, maybe. And since football season has ended, the Top Cats have been busy with their own competition season. Sophia spoke to a Top Cat, Tatiana, to gain more insight.
Hey Cats, I'm here with Tati. Now that football season's over, what are the Top Cats doing?
We have competition season throughout February and March, and we go and compete against other teams in our category in front of judges, and they rank us based on our skill set.
And how do we get ready for competition season?
We have choreographers that come and teach us dances, and after that we just go over the dances again and again and clean, and yeah.
Thank you.
Choir had their all-state choir competition. Listen to Ford and Aaron Krizak for more.
Hello, Calallen TV. I'm Ford Trevino, and I'm here with Aaron. Now, you and the choir team had a competition over the weekend. How did that go for you guys?
Yeah, so this past weekend, me and 3 other people, Trinity, Gabby, and Anna, we competed in the solo and ensemble competition for choir, which means that we took our solos and showed them to a judge, and she ranked them from 5 to 1, 5 being the worst, 1 being the best. And me and Gabby were able to get a 1 rating, which means that we are going to advance to state in May.
Wow, going to state. Now, how does that make you feel knowing that you and Gabby are going to be able to compete at the state level?
It's really amazing, honestly. We also made state for TMEA, which means that we get to go to both events together, which is really nice. I was able to do TMEA last year alone, but now just having someone with me, as well as someone with me for solo and ensemble, it's really amazing, and I'm really excited.
Wow, that's so amazing, and I wish the best for you guys. Now back to the studio.
Congratulations to those students. They did such an amazing job.
They really did. And Ms. Grupal's English class had been working on a project over the book they are currently reading, which is Pride and Prejudice. Let's take it to Lexi with Ms. Grupal for the project overview.
Hey Wildcats, we're here with Ms. Grupal. Ms. Grupal, we heard you're doing a project in class over a Jane Austen novel. Can you tell us more about it?
Yes, we're reading Pride and Prejudice right now, and so they're doing a research project about the Regency era, the time period of the book, where they choose a topic and look up sources about it.
That's cool. And do you think your students are enjoying this project?
I think so, because they have a variety of topics they can choose from, so they can choose something that suits their interests, like fashion or the military of the time or other topics like that.
Thank you so much. I'm here with Alana, and she's doing the Pride and Prejudice project in Ms. Grupal's class. Alana, can you tell us the topic you chose for this project?
So I chose the topic of women and their roles in marriage and motherhood, which was quite apparent in the Regency era, especially in Jane Austen's novel Pride and Prejudice.
That's really cool, Alana. Can you tell us where and how you're getting the information for this project?
So Ms. Grupal, the assignment was to choose 3 sources. They were either books or websites, and we got information gathered from the books and the websites, and then we cited them in a Google Doc.
Thank you so much. Back to the studio.
We caught up with Isabella Garcia for more on UIL. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm William Nolan. I'm here with Isabella Garcia. So Isabella, the first UIL meet was this past weekend, correct?
Yeah.
What events did you do, and how did you do?
I competed in number sense, accounting, and general mathematics. For number sense, I scored 3rd among seniors, and the team scored 3rd overall. For accounting, I placed 3rd, and that was just an individual event for Calallen. And for general mathematics, I placed 6th among seniors, and the team scored 3rd overall.
Okay, well, that's really good to hear. How do you think that everybody else did?
Fantastic. Most of the people who went to UIL this week were very new to the competitions, and they scored very high.
Okay, well, that's really good to hear. Thank you, and back to the studio.
Mrs. John's chemistry class conducted a lab which helped students learn more on conversions. Here's Logan for more.
Hello there, Calallen TV. My name is Logan Braz, and I'm here with Mrs. Johnson Presley today. So, Mrs. Johnson, can we hear more about this lab you're doing today?
Well, yeah, so currently in my class, my chemistry pre-AP class, we are learning how to do something called dimensional analysis, which is a very important math skill to learn to do unit conversions. You'll use it. I used it in my real job. I used to do something else. I was a dietitian. I used to have to do it when I made TPNs for babies in the NICU. So I know pharmacy, you'll need to use that in that class. And so definitely in this class we do it too. So to make it more interesting today, they've been doing worksheet papers on it. I had them do 3 different things. One was chew a Tootsie Roll and time it. One was to walk 50 feet and time it. And one was to measure how long their long jump was. Because we wanted to see how many jumps it takes to get to the bathroom, how long it would take to get to Orlando, Florida to go to Disney World if you were walking. And the Guinness Book of World Records for the heaviest baby on record is 22.5 pounds. So we wanted to find out how long would it take you to eat an equal amount of Tootsie Rolls. That's what we're doing today. So it hopefully made it more real. I don't know. Instead of just, boring worksheet work. And then also we're going to make fudge. And so they also are doing their calculations for their fudge recipe.
I am now here with Presley. So Presley, can we hear more about this lab? Was it fun for you?
Yes, it was fun to create our own conversion factors into everyday life, because I'd rather do a lab like this than just a worksheet.
Do you think you'll be able to use that example for Disney World in future life?
Maybe if I walk.
We spoke with Mrs. Burkhart for more on her physics class's recent lab on torque. Let's see what all they did.
Hey, it's Autumn here with Calallen TV, and I'm here with Ms. Burkhart. So y'all are doing a lab in physics. Can you explain it?
Yes, they're doing a torque lab, and they've learned that torque is a force that causes rotation, and it's dependent on the force applied as well as the radius or the length of the lever arm. So they're actually looking at what those relationships are in the lab.
Okay, and how did y'all prepare for it?
Well, we went over some slides and notes, and we did some example problems, but a lot of, we kind of get right into this activity so that they can explore and actually observe torque, so it helps them better understand what it is.
Okay, so now I'm here with Emily. So how did y'all observe this lab?
Well, in this lab, we are basically trying to find the torques on both sides of a meter stick, and a torque is a force with a radian, and it was really cool being able to like weigh all this stuff and balance it all.
That's awesome. And how do you think you balanced like the washers?
Well, to balance them, basically you had to you had to put them on the scale and find out the mass of all those washers and put a pencil under the meter stick, and you had to put 5 or 6 of the washers on one side and then put like one on the other and kind of move it around to try to balance it. And it was actually kind of difficult, but it was really cool to be able to visualize it.
Okay, thank you. I hope y'all had fun, and back to the studio.
So I actually heard that you did that project?
Yeah, I did. We did a torque lab, and we just measured out weights on a yardstick over a pencil so we can find the torque and rotate it so we can find equilibrium.
Sounds really cool.
This week's GP Student Report is hosted by Brody Bando. This week's segment has stories regarding ROTC and class rings as well as sports update over basketball playoffs and soccer. Let's send it to Brody with all what GP has been doing this week.
Good morning, my name is Brody Bado. Here's the latest that's been going on at GP. A&H adopted a stray dog.
We ran into this dog that was on the street, and I decided to take it in and just foster it for a little bit until we found a new home for it. And so we gave it some medicine to get rid of its fleas and ticks and all that, gave it a nice bath, and then we found a new home for it and a place where there's no animals because it needed a lot of attention.
Many juniors and seniors are paying for their class rings.
I think class rings are a good investment. It really depends on who you are, but I really think that if you want to, have a tribute to your high school career, and if it's something that you're proud of, I definitely think you should get one.
Robotics competed in a tournament at Texas A&M in Corpus on Saturday.
Next competition is on February 25th. It will be our regional competition where we will compete with a few more better teams from the region.
From San Antonio, Austin, some from Houston maybe, and here.
ROTC is going to state.
We're going for state for drill, PT, academics, and company inspection. Oh, dude, we feel amazing. My underclassmen feel hyped up for it, so is the seniors and everyone in between. We're all happy for it.
Now, on to sports. Girls soccer just came off of a win against Flower Bluff.
I think the season is going to go good this year. I know we lost a lot of players last year, but I think we're still going to keep a winning streak like we do for the past 5 years.
Boys basketball is fighting to get a spot in the playoffs. That's all we got for Wildcat News. If you like what you saw, check the two QR codes on the left and the link below. Thank you.
Now let's take it to Brooke with the rundown on sports.
Thank you, Maddie, and good morning, Wildcats. We have great news regarding our swim team. The team recently competed in their regional meet in San Antonio, and as a result, we have many swimmers going to state. Here's more information.
Hi, I'm Christian Cantu, and I'm here with Coach Lawrence. Coach Lawrence, I heard you had a regional swim meet this past weekend. Can you tell me how that went?
Yes, we traveled up to San Antonio this weekend for the regional swim meet, and that's to qualify for the state meet. There was some really good competition, and we actually fared pretty well. Jenny Pickens won the 500 and got second in the 200 free. We also had 2 other people qualify in the individual events. Kaylee Larson qualified in 2 events, and Logan Millhouse qualified in 2 events. And we had our girls 200 and 400 relay with Jasmine Trevino, Isabella Clement, Brianna Hinojosa, and Jenny Pickens all in those relays. And the boys relay, 200 relay, also qualified, and that was Logan Millhouse, Luke Medina, Colton Byers, and Cody Wilker. So we had a good showing. We have 9 kids going to state next weekend.
That sounds great. Can you tell me where the state meet will be taking place?
Yes, actually, usually the state meet is up in Austin, but this year it is going to be held in San Antonio for all the 4A schools. It's on the north side of San Antonio, and it's actually February the 9th and 10th, so that's a Thursday and Friday. If anybody can get out of school to go, that would be great. Show your sport, and like I say, we have 9 kids going, and it's going to be a fun time.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Christian Cantu, and I'm here with Jenny Pickens. Jenny, I heard you qualified for state at the meet this weekend. Can you tell me all about that?
Yeah, I got first in the 500 free and second in the 200 free. It was like really, really great races because I think we were like the hardest region in Texas. So I was racing against a girl, like we're both top 2 in the state for the 200. So it was really close racing, really tough girls. It was fun.
Can you tell me how you're going to get ready this week to prepare for next weekend in the state meet?
I'm just going to keep on going to practice consistently 7 times a week. Just doing like the normal things, trying to sleep a lot, just resting, kind of getting ready for it.
That's all from here. Back to the studio.
Both the boys and girls basketball teams took on the Alice Coyotes last Friday. The girls team came up on top, winning 67-63. After this, the girls team defeated TM on Tuesday in their last home game of the year, winning 43-34, which makes their district record 8-3. They take on HM King next Tuesday. We'll have the results for the game next week. The boys basketball team also defeated the Alice Coyotes last Friday, winning 61-51. They also played TM on Tuesday, and after a tough game, came up short. We wish them luck in their next game. Soccer has also been busy. The teams took on TM and Santa Gertrudis Academy this past week. The girls defeated the Warriors 9-0 last Friday and continued their win streak, and again have yet to be scored on in a district game as they defeated SGA 4-0 on Tuesday night. The boys soccer team hosted TM last Friday and also won their game with a score of 4-0. On Tuesday, they took on Santa Gertrudis and after a rough start took another win, defeating SGA 4-1. Both the boys and girls soccer teams played Alice last night. We will have those results for you next week. Powerlifting has kicked off their season and has already been to several meets. One of these meets was at Orange Grove, where the boys took second place with Luke Medina qualifying for regionals and placing first. The girls took fourth place team. The teams then traveled to TM, where they had an extremely successful meet as they took 3 out of 4 outstanding lifters. Those lifters were Katie Leal, Caitlin Tagle, and Aiden Hinojosa, who all took first and qualified for regionals. The tennis team had a tournament last Friday here at Calallen and at TM, where junior Jacob Carr finished third in boys singles. Hayden spoke with some of our baseball players for a quick update. Let's check it out.
I'm here with Jet Baytech varsity baseball player. So Jet, how do you feel about going to this scrimmage on Saturday against Canyon Lake?
I feel pretty good about it, and I think as long as we keep on practicing this week and getting better, that we'll go into the scrimmage and just do it as good as we can and hopefully come out with a win.
So what are some key things we're going to have to do in this scrimmage to get that win?
Our bats are going to have to be hot, and our pitching is going to have to be on and just throw strikes.
I'm here with Dalton Wyatt, our baseball manager for varsity baseball. So Dalton, how do you think we look in practice so far?
So at the practice, everybody looks very coordinated. Everybody looks ready for the scrimmage. Everybody looks ready for the season.
So how do you feel about us going to the scrimmage on Saturday against Canyon Lake?
I feel like it's going to be a fun experience for everybody. It's going to be learning experiences, a lot of testing for the season, and it's just going to be great practice.
I'm here with Coach Chapman, varsity baseball coach. So, Coach, how do you feel going to the scrimmage on Saturday against Canyon Lake and Flower Bluff?
I feel good. We're going to find out where we are at this point and how far we need to go, and we'll see to see some different people step up and see what we can do from there.
So what are some key things we're going to have to do in the scrimmage to be able to pull out that win?
Well, obviously we're going to have to play good defense and get good pitching, and we got to score some runs, so we better hit the ball too, don't you think?
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Now back to the studio.
The boys varsity golf team has day 2 of their Miller tournament, and both the boys and girls varsity teams will have a tournament this Monday. We will have those results for you next week. And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Back to you, Maddie.
Thank you, Brooke.
And man, our sports are kicking it this week.
They really are.
Softball and baseball have scrimmages today, and their season's looking pretty promising.
It really is. And now here's Candace with today's weather forecast. How's it looking outside, Candace?
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Happy Saturday, everyone. You know, we did see a lot of gloomy weather this past week, but we are looking at some sunshine, so look forward to that. Also, Groundhog did see shadows, so look forward to 6 more weeks of winter weather. Temperature right now is still on the chillier side at 56 degrees, 4% chance of rain, and the winds blowing from the northeast at 8 miles per hour. Looking further on into the rest of the day's temperature is going to rise up to 60 degrees at 12 o'clock, 64 at 4, and then drop down to 57 later on at 8%. Chance of rain also staying fairly low at 5%, 2%, and then 6%. And the winds will be blowing from the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour, pick up to 10 miles per hour at 4 o'clock, and then drop down to 5 miles per hour at 8 o'clock. Looking further on into Sunday's weather, we're looking at some more sunshine, 70 degrees, 8% chance of rain, and the winds blowing from the east-southeast at 10 miles per hour. It's all from weather this weekend. Have a great one, and back to the anchors.
Okay. Thank you, Candace.
Yes, of course.
And that is all your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So guys, how does the moon cut his hair?
I don't know, Aaron. How?
He eclipsed it.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CalallenTV for all the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.